Um, so the video that we just watched, I wasn't able to interpret that much information out of it because it was difficult to understand. But some of the main parts that I got, so they were debating the United States federal government should increase its development of the Earth's moon in the area of minerals, energy, and or water. And then the girl that was speaking first was discussing the affirmative side. And one of the main things she was discussing on was the government planning on establishing property rights on the moon and giving those property rights to like private companies and businesses. And I think that what she was saying, that the private company and businesses would be able to spend more money than the government would be able to look more into space exploration. Um, and then another part, which I kind of thought, since this would be affirmative, would be um, giving free kind of access to space, and the private businesses would be more likely to want to do space exploration since they had these property rights, where if they didn't have these property rights, they wouldn't be as likely to invest their money and time into space exploration. Um, and then that was like the main parts that I got out of what she was saying. And I thought it was difficult to understand because, one, the processing rate for me, she was speaking very quickly, so that was difficult for me to understand because that was just really quick, so it was hard to interpret everything she was saying. Also, it was kind of information overload. I don't really like research or think that much about space exploration. So, one, I didn't really know the topic that much that she was discussing, and so not knowing it and her just saying a lot of information was difficult for me to understand as well. But some of the parts I did enjoy that made it kind of easier to understand was she kind of split it up into different parts. So she would say like a main point, and then within that point she would say each like example. So she would say like first, second, or next, and then she would say and finally. So I thought how she split that up made it easier to understand.